Raiders versus Colts preview. Stay tuned after the intro.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
This is Raiders Allegiance with Lunatic Raider. Welcome to the dark side.
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Welcome to another episode of Raiders Allegiance with yours truly, Lunatic Raider. Before I get started today, what I want to do is, everybody knows about the passing of John Madden this past week, and what I want to do is give a salute to John Madden for all that he's done for the Raider organization, Raider Nation, giving us our first Super Bowl win, and a Hall of Famer, great sportscaster, video game enthusiast with the Madden series. So with that being said, I want to just go ahead and I'm gonna do a moment of silence, but I'm gonna hit him with the autumn wind, and it's just a salute to John Madden, man, and his legacy, his Raider legacy. Long live the memory of John Madden and his Raider legacy. We salute you. Now back to our everyday life with football as a Raider Nation, as a fan, as family. As you know, this weekend we take on the Indianapolis Colts, with this game having a lot to do with potential playoff spots. Now, the way it lines up, we need to win out our last two games to make the playoffs. Other scenarios with one loss, it's too many things to calculate and for it to, work in our favor for us to make it. We need to win two straight games versus two straight conference rivals. Man, we need this win. If we beat Indianapolis, we will hold the tiebreaker over them for head-to-head. Then we'll worry about the Chargers last game of the season and get them at home at Allegiant Stadium to go ahead and get the tiebreaker against them, which will give us the tiebreaker over Baltimore, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Miami, Chargers. The list goes on. We will make the playoffs with two more wins. But Colts, you're first up. We got to go to Indianapolis Sunday morning, and we got to perform. We have to perform. We can't have any letdowns at all, period. The same way Josh Jacobs ran the ball last week, he has to do the same this week, because there's a running back on that other team sideline that leads the league in rushing, and we cannot allow that to happen Sunday when we go into Indianapolis and to try to take care of this victory to try to get our way into the playoffs. We have to keep him smothered the same way our defense has been smothering the run these past 2 weeks. One more week, we got to do it again. We have to do it again. If we can bottle up the Colts run game, we pretty much got it sewn up. Because it looks like, I don't know if Winston's going to play due to the COVID situation, but he has a backup that's in the game. So if the backup starts and he's not cleared and Winston's not cleared to play, then defense got to tee off on him. We got to make him nervous. Don't let him get comfortable in the pocket. Take the run game away from him. Force him to have to throw. Force him into interceptions and bad, bad decisions. That's all our defense got to do. Bottle up the run, make them one-dimensional, but make that one-dimensional the dimension that they're only good at, not their strength, throwing the ball. Make them throw the ball. Keep the run from doing what they've been doing all year. You know what I mean? Keep their ass on the sideline with our run. Control the clock, just like last week. Control the time of possession. Get rid of the stupid ass penalties. Get rid of the turnovers. control the clock, run the ball down their damn throat, and we will walk away with a victory. With one game left on the schedule against the Chargers to make our way in the playoffs. And if we go into the playoffs with 4 consecutive wins and we're hot like that, hey, it's any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. So I expect us to go in there and play pissed off like we played last week. Jacobs wasn't doing that good, had that fumble and everything, but man, that second half, he came out pissed. The offensive line played pissed. The defense played pissed. You have to play like with urgency, like you're pissed off at the world. That's just the mentality you got to go into the game with. You know what I mean? Take no prisoners. Put the quarterback on his ass, stop the run, and run it down their damn throat. That's all we got to do, and everything is going to take care of itself. So, yeah, man, I look forward to this game Sunday. I'm pulling for us to go ahead and get in there and do our thing, man, because we really need this one. Let's go ahead and dive into the injury report. There's not really, for us, there's nobody out as far as injuries go. I can't speak as far as the COVID situation go, but they got 5 days now to have one negative test since everybody on the Raiders have been vaccinated. So with that rule in place, we only need one negative test, and you can test 3 times a day, all the way up until, what is this today, Friday? So, and Happy New Year's to everybody. New Year's Eve, man, be safe tonight. If you drink, make sure you got a delegated driver. We, as Raiders, we understand the consequences of driving under the influence. We experienced that this year. And I don't want to see any of our fan base, any of our players, our coaches, anybody in that same predicament. If you're too impaired to drive, please, I beg you, please, have you a designated driver who has not been drinking. Please, be safe out there tonight, you guys. And, man, I'm looking for us all to enjoy this game Sunday. Everybody in one piece, everybody breathing. So, man, may you guys have a blessed New Year's Eve. Man, may your New Year's be wonderful and be safe. And, man, I love y'all. So, let's go ahead and just dive into this injury report. Like I was saying, we really don't have any outs as far as injuries go for this game against the Colts. But there's a couple of questionables, or questionable, but everybody was full go that had a little, nick or bump and bruise. Derek Carr's a full go. He had the rib situation. Devon Diablo, Jonathan Hankins. Man. Then you got Daniel Helm, Josh Jacobs, Foster Moreau, Brandon Parker. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. You know what I mean? They only had one limited, which was Jonathan Hankins, but he's listed as questionable, which means he's going to play. So we're all set on the Raiders end, as you guys can see over here. You can see that our injury report is solid. If you look at the Colts, you see that they got 3 questionables and an out. The only one that they got out because of concussion is Andrew Sendejo, which is their safety. There was just an illness with their guard. Mark, who was it? Glowinski. Mark Glowinski had an illness, but he was limited on today, so he's questionable, which means he's gonna play. Also questionable was their tackle Eric Fisher. Questionable, he's gonna play. Tight end Jack Doyle. Full practice today. Questionable. So he's gonna play. I think the other people's gonna play, but like I said, there's only gonna be just one person that's not gonna play, Zendeo. But like I said, I'm not sure with the COVID who's gonna, because they can still test. They still can take 3 tests a day and just get one negative if they've been vaccinated. And the quarantine day is dropped from 10 to 5 through the CDC recommendation, and that's what the NFL has adopted with the NFL Players Union. So now there's only 5 days that you have to sit out and just come up with one negative COVID test within that time frame, and they allow you to take 3 tests per day. So, man, that's good as far as injuries go. That's good to know. You know what I mean? Even though they next man up if somebody was missing, but this is the NFL, man, and hey, shit happens. You know what I mean? You just got to be ready. So let's go ahead and let me discuss the 3 players that I need to go ahead and step up to get this victory for us, whether it's defense or offensive side of the ball. Let's go ahead and move the 3 the hard way. Okay, my 3 players that must stand up and step up and show out in this game and have a hell of a game. I'm putting my money on Derek Carr. Derek Carr seems to have something going now. Maybe he's letting the outside chatter and the division between the pro Carrs and the anti Carrs within the Raider Nation. Maybe that's he's hearing it. You know what I mean? You could try to shut something out, but don't mean you don't hear it. You just try not to listen to it. So I'm hoping he's out there and he's just aggressive and he makes smart play calling. He completes his passes. Take care of the ball, Carr. We know that Carr's hands aren't the biggest. It's been stated when he came out of Fresno State that was his main issue that a lot of pro scouts had issues with, was his hand size. So with that being said, stop gripping the ball with one hand. Use 2 hands, tuck it away. Just take care of the ball. We just don't need any turnovers, loss of yardage, whether we recover the fumble or not, or losing the ball, period, and giving up the possession. We don't need that. We need to be smart with the ball. We need to be accurate with the ball, and we need to get the ball out of your hands. When you're in the pocket, don't hold on to it for so long. Get rid of that ball. I don't care if you got to throw it away. Get rid of the ball. No sacks, no strip sacks. We should be good. So my first player in 3 the hard way, Derek Carr. Right now, he doesn't even really have, the way our defense is playing, he doesn't even need to go over 300 yards to get a win. You know what I mean? Especially when you had Josh Jacobs, which is going to be my 3rd pick, or one of the 3 the hard way that I'm choosing to step up. But with Carr, if the run game is solid and gives us the yardage like they did last week, Carr doesn't have to do as much. Carr does not have to do as much. I rely on Carr because he's our quarterback, but Renfro and the other receivers just got to keep catching the ball. I've been hearing that Darren Waller might be a goal, but he's on the COVID list, so we got to see how he does with COVID too. Health-wise, they said he was ready to come back, but then he landed on COVID, so we got to wait. Hopefully he gives us a negative test sometimes within this before the game, and he's allowed to play because, man, we need as many weapons as we can have against the Colts, okay? My second choice in 3 the hard way, of course, is Mr. Mad Max Crosby. Crosby did a beautiful job last week with disrupting the offense with a sack, tackles for loss. The boy's been getting pressure, man. He's and been named to the Pro Bowl. Well deserved, Max Crosby. You deserve it. Just keep going and playing like Mad Max. Cause confusion. Cause the offense to get disrupted and not make the plays that they intend on making against us. Strip the ball, sack the quarterback, keep the run from developing. Like they say, against a good running back, you get to him before he gets started. And Crosby, his game is suited for this. All he has to do is just get into the backfield of the Colts and shut down the run game. Cause him to go, not the hole that was designed for that running back to go through, but make him take another route. Make him run into the arms of one of our D tackles or Ngakoue or somebody like that on the other end. So with that being said, the 3 the hard way, I need Derek Carr, I need Max Crosby, and last but not least, Josh Jacobs. You got to be a beast like you were last week. You got to play like you got your ass on fire. Just like last week when you got upset over that fumble and you came in there and you ran that shit down their throat. Do the same thing Sunday. Keep they motherfucking offense on the sideline watching us play. Time of possession is going to be key factor in this game. And we need Josh Jacobs to have a hell of a game like last week to do it. We got to keep this run game going because the offensive line is starting to gel. They're getting, it was rough roads at the beginning of the season because it was a brand new offensive line as far as everyone playing with each other. You know what I mean? So now they're starting to get acclimated with each other. They're starting to understand each other and how to help each other. The offensive line did awesome last week. Plain and simple. They did a marvelous job with their assignments and keeping Carr clean pretty much most of the game. But the run game, they opened up those holes so gigantic. or let's call it so ginormous. We had ginormous assholes for Josh Jacobs to hit, and boy, Josh Jacobs hit them hard. So that's what I want to see again this week, to keep the Colts offense on the sideline and keep control of the possession. That's how we're going to win this game. So Derek Carr, Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, you're my 3 the hard way to bring us victory against the Colts this Sunday in Indianapolis. Well, y'all, that's another episode of Raiders Allegiance. As you already know, I'm Lunatic Raider. But before y'all tiptoe up out of here, do me a solid. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like, hit the notification bell so you get notified of all the content that I drop for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I thank you for watching. Once again, subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification button, and you guys are welcome anytime. So once again, this is Raider Allegiance. I'm Lunatic Raider. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.